We've lost Paritosh over there, just waiting for him to get back. As you can see, Paritosh is joining. Just getting him online. Finally, people joining in one after the other now.
Hello.
Yeah, hi Paritosh, Ashish here.
Hi, Ashish.
Hi. The drawbacks of working from home, having an issue with the internet. Can you hear me, Paritosh? Yeah, hi.
Yeah.
Just getting used
How are you?
to. I'm good. I'm saying I'm asking, getting used to working from home.
Yes. It's with a lot of distractions and everything.
Right.
So, but we need to. So after like 4-5 days, I think the routine got set.
Right. You like this
Was
better?
able to
You
work.
like this better, or are you happy at home?
I wouldn't say this is better because it's just to relax or something. But the productivity is not that great.
Okay, in our case, I think we feel that the productivity has gone up manifold. So having to slog more from home rather than from work. So two sides.
So the case is that we are into a hardware based product, right?
Right.
And everything is done using everything.
Right.
Which is obviously there in the office. We cannot get everything at home, so.
Right. But
so it's difficult.
Everybody knows, you have the wonderful product in Sixth Sense, which is the collision avoidance and Precrash system that the company is known for. On a lighter note, what does your Sixth Sense say? How soon will the business environment, especially in the aftermarket space, be revived? What is the gut feeling?
Also already spoken in the industry, also contacts. I also call them to just discuss how this scenario and what do you think the situation might be. So obviously it's not surprising that it's going to be a little gloomy the next. And we have to for startups and for products like us, which is into safety, it's going to be definitely all the more difficult, because safety is still going to be always be on the back burner. Right now, the focus will always be on the essentials, how to survive.
Right. It's more about
downfall of the economy,
sustainability.
And by the time, it's all the more sustainability. So I've been advised by a few in the industry that rather than spending more on sales and marketing or something like that, rather try to recover all the payments which are there from the market, or if not, then stay put.
Right.
Rather than doing a lot of expenditure on the sales and marketing, which might not see a very fruitful outcome.
Right.
So rather, we're also looking at various avenues where we can cut on the cost. Because we do not want even as small as like 50K or 1 lakh a month. We can save those money. It will be useful in the long run.
Sure. It's wise to be prudent even at the government level. That is pretty much the discussion that is happening. Save the resources seems to be the order of the day. Interesting that you bring the credit cycles in our chat. Yesterday itself, in fact, from one of our followers on our Facebook handle, one of the tier suppliers, he seemed to be anguished by the delayed credit cycles, saying that while the tier 1 suppliers were given their payments, the lower rung of the suppliers the credit cycles had gone up to maybe 60 to 90 days as against maybe a 30 to 60 day window. So the situation on ground seems to be really worsening day by day.
Yes, and it's really worsening, and right now you can't even, like, the rules on the paper, like say 30 days, if it says, now if you ask them, go back to them, it's like it's already 30 days, where's my payment? You can't. There's a fear, right? There's a emotional, psychological support that everyone is giving to each other. Like if someone tells me when I'm asking for payment and the person says that you know the situation, how difficult it is, I cannot argue.
Right.
I cannot confront. Okay, I don't care. Like the paper. The situation is so so everybody has to consider each other's circumstances. But for us, it's a little bit. We'll have to get more pushy in getting the payments out.
Right. Coming back to the technology, you've been given the tag of India's first aftermarket automotive safety systems manufacturer. First means a lot. How did that happen?
So,
one of your friends called you the Elon Musk of India also this morning. So, what's happening around? You seem to have.
I think it was bribed.
Right.
But,
I've tried bribing people. It hasn't worked. I said I've tried bribing people.
Sorry.
I said I've tried bribing people. It hasn't worked for me. So you would have done something right.
I was in US and I was doing my masters, and when I met with an accident, actually.
Okay.
A road accident, and there was a major accident. And luckily I was able to get out of it scratch-free, not a single scratch. And because of the safety system in the car, and that's when. Sorry.
Yeah, we can hear you.
What?
We can hear you. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, there's a slight echo in the voice, but otherwise fairly okay. We can hear you. Can you hear me?
Is this better?
Yeah, much better.
Alright. So the headphones was keeping in it.
Okay, go on.
So the thing is, I got out of the crash, and then when I came back, I had to come back for some other reason. Yeah, I really wanted to come. And this is the area where I realized that because this is my life.
Paritosh, you'll have to speak into the mic. I think we're losing you. You need to speak into the mic. The earlier voice was better. Just try speaking into the mic, please. Yeah.
Is this better?
Much better. Yes. Go on.
Alright. So I realized that obviously a safety system like that can save my life. Why not have this as an aftermarket product for each and every vehicle, option to get for each and every vehicle to buy such a product? And it should not be just a luxury for the high-end vehicles, right?
Right.
And that's what I worked on it, and we came up with the aftermarket product that it took time for the customers to realize that safety is also an importance. But ultimately, we were able to convince a lot of customers, and here we are.
Right. OEMs themselves have realized the importance of the pre-crash systems, and they are incorporating these pre-crash systems, be it as a standard or as an optional equipment. How does that impact the aftermarket space in which you are more active in?
So I would say when the OEMs come in as a OE fit product in their own vehicles, it will be a great boost to the aftermarket product. Because one biggest challenge that I see here in the ADAS segment is the awareness. First of all, the people don't know that such systems are available in the market.
Right.
And secondly, if they know, they don't know how they work. So when OE themselves will come up, there will be a great boost to the safety systems, and that's when the aftermarket, obviously they are like 10x times the number of vehicles on roads, right?
Right.
What about them? So they will definitely keep asking about the safety system that they want, and we will be able to serve them, right?
Right. Any numbers to support the effectiveness or the penetration of pre-crash systems? The rate of declines witnessed or recorded in accidents or road severities. Any such figures that you can
Sorry,
share with us?
I lost you. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, I'm asking in terms of quantification of the effectiveness of pre-crash systems. Are there any numbers to support the rate of decline in accidents or road severity after the implementation of pre-crash systems, be it at the OE level or at the aftermarket level?
So I'm very glad to share this. We are one of the biggest fleets of India as our customer, and their rate of accident 80%, and that's a huge number, right? They used to have about 12 to 15 accidents every month with the entire fleet, but now it's all come down to just 2 accidents a month. So that's something that have reduced that accidents, and it's pretty commendable, I would say.
Right. What is the penetration level of these systems in PVs versus CVs? In the passenger vehicles versus the commercial vehicles, how different is the penetration level?
So the penetration level, as in from the aftermarket segment, I would say that it's more in the CV.
Okay.
It's less in the private vehicles, because firstly, the private vehicles would like to not to put money maybe as an aftermarket product. They would like the size of the vehicle, the cost of the vehicle, the running on the highways, about 10 to 12 hours a day on the highway.
Right.
Probability of getting into accidents much higher. So I would say the product and commercial segment is much higher as compared to the private.
Right. How active are you at the OE stage of incorporation? Any OE clients for you?
Yes, we are working with a couple of OEMs. I would say 3 OEMs precisely we are working with.
Okay.
And that's something. It's a good sign that at least the OEMs are taking interest in taking trials of such a system and developing it further to the OE level, where they can introduce them to the OE fit, be it us or be it with any other company.
Right.
I'm glad that the OE at that level are taking interest coming up with such a.
Right. You're competing with a lot of international companies already very active in the space. So, how much of a pie are you really able to capture? How difficult or easy is it to survive in that competitive space?
I would say that we have the edge that being developed in India, the algorithm and everything, we have a lot of data to back this up.
Okay.
The international company, I would say, not all, but there are few who would have taken their product, which all the R&D has done in those countries, and put it here, which I would say the success would be little less. The chaotic road conditions in here are tremendous. Everybody knows that. So everyone has to change or customize their software according to the chaotic conditions here.
Right.
That is why we have that edge, since we have developed here over a couple of years and having a lot of data. And the market is so huge that there will be so many, even if there are international players or local players, there is enough market for everybody.
That's probably, I think, because of the adoption rate, right? The market is still yet to reach the saturation point, right?
Like penetrated, not even like 5%. So the saturation is still a long way.
Right, long way ahead. How closely do you benchmark yourself with the European companies? Because that is a market that seems to be leading regulations, leading the trends when it comes to India following it. So how closely are you monitoring the European market for that matter?
Yeah, so initially when we started also, we had to obviously go through the ISO standards for the collision warning systems. That's 15623, and we definitely followed them. We are following the E01-1 standards for the collision avoidance for the automatic braking also. So definitely those are the standards that with some tweaks and changes to fit it in the Indian road condition. But it's very important that we follow that because we can trial and test it there.
You mentioned that the current penetration is at about 5%. There is also a contrarian view saying that the high cost of these systems and a probability of malfunctions, like for example, take a failure of mechatronics, etc., is proving to be a deterrent in the adoption of these systems. How true is that?
So the high cost is definitely a big deterrent. I would say not in the commercial segment. Anything. The cost. If the cost of the safety system is more than about 2% of the total value of vehicle cost, it will definitely be a deterrent.
Right.
So our efforts are always being less than something like 1% of the vehicle cost, and that's where we also it's challenging, and we are working towards it.
Right.
Plus the failures, as you said, mechanical failures, it might happen because it's an electromechanical component, right? It's not completely mechanical.
Right.
There is electrical component to it also, so there is bound to some failures. But if I suggest that even if it fails, the system should be like the vehicle. There's no problem with the vehicle. You're good to go.
Right.
I think Ashish, we should. There's some issue with the audio, I think.
Yeah, I think there's a slight echo. Maybe it's a network issue. So we are trying to fix that. I think not much really can be done over there unless the network really stabilizes. So hoping that over the course of the discussion this stabilizes. So any audio issue at your end that you can fix, maybe, because I'm not on a hands-free. So
okay,
my audio seems to be slightly better, I think.
If it's okay, can you restart this again? Probably the audio issue might.
Okay,
restart.
Okay, just for our followers, we are in the last leg of the interaction. So just for your benefit, to make the audio probably slightly better, we will come back live again in a short while. Stay tuned. Just waiting for people to join in before I bring on Paritosh once again to join our latest series. That's Upfront, where we bring in stakeholders of the auto components and the ancillary industries. So hope you find the chat engaging. Please put your questions for all the people with a slightly higher technical bent of mind. Okay, let's try and bring Paritosh online once again. Yeah, Paritosh. Hopefully the audio has improved. So just taking
I think it's better now.
Yeah, better. Yeah, seems better. I'm taking the last question again just for the benefit of our followers who dropped out in the previous conversation. So we were on the topic of the high cost and the probability of failure of mechatronics proving to be a deterrent. So you were elaborating on that.
Yes. So I was saying that the cost is obviously going to be a deterrent. Safety, for safety, you cannot have a cost of more than 2% of the vehicle cost. So I would suggest that with the OEM or any other aftermarket, should have less than 2% of the vehicle cost. And that's what we also we have done that, but we're also trying to get it below 1%. So cost is obviously going to be a very important factor. Second is the electromechanical failure. So if this with the electronic component, there's a probability of failure, obviously. And with mechanicals, obviously much tougher and much reliability is higher. But even if the electronic component fails, the design of the architecture is such that there is no deterrent to the vehicle, and it's obviously going to be great.
Right. When you talk about bringing the costs down, what is it that you are doing to bring that cost down? Is it more localization, less procurement of parts from foreign shows? What exactly is the behind the scene activity for a company like yours to bring the costs down?
So definitely the cost will come down. Electronic cost will come down with bulk. So we are definitely doing more volumes, and that will definitely get the cost down. We are having more inventory, so that really helps. Plus, we are redesigning the hardware design so that a lot of non-essential components can be removed. So that's another way of redesigning and getting the cost down. And obviously the cost of running the company, we're also looking for that. So from that will ultimately impact the price of the product, right?
Right.
From all areas we're looking at reducing the cost.
Right. Are you import dependent as of now on any electronics for these systems?
We are in some way. We get our manufacturing of PCBs and components from China.
Okay.
Definitely, the impact is there because now China is up and running.
Yeah, Wuhan today has
delivery has stopped completely,
lifted
right?
the curbs, yes, after 76 days. So that's some positive.
So, but the delivery is completely stopped.
Yeah, it'll take time.
It's going to be like a lot of our material is stuck in the customs and obviously the task force everywhere. But yeah, let's hope.
Are you looking at maybe re-engineering your supply chain also, maybe trying to have a more thicker spread rather than focusing on regions like China where most manufacturers have struggled to get their supply chain going? So maybe spread it a little more in other regions. Is that thought playing on your mind?
Yes, definitely. After this episode of disaster, we will have to definitely think how to not put all the eggs in one basket, right?
Yeah.
So, spread it out and see where we can get the same cost benefit from the other resources.
Right. Just for our followers' sake, which would be the other best alternatives ready on your fingertips? You've seen the globe. So, which other markets hold a potential in terms of affordability and the end output quality that pretty much emulates a market like China, which is considered to be a global leader?
No, so for as far as procurement and everything is concerned, maybe Taiwan and Singapore are really other good markets that we are. So we are exploring those.
Right. Tell us about your accolades, your recent accolades for the product. The last being obviously the emerging company of the year at ACI Awards 2020. But which are the other ones that you really hold close to your heart in terms of milestones? Something that has been a motivation for the company.
Yes, definitely. So this one as the emerging company of the year is we were pretty happy about it and really used for the entire company we got from ACI. But at the same time, previous from NASCOM, we won the mobility challenge for 2019. That was a really big thing for us because that was really technical driven. There were like 6 to 7 experts from the judges were sitting and they really had to decide from the 20 companies. So it was a big thing for us. The other thing, we were shortlisted in the Leaders of Tomorrow from ET Now, from the Times Network. And this is from the entire west zone of the country.
Okay.
And we were also, the entire episode was aired on ET Now. So it's like a Shark Tank. We were shortlisted in that. We got pretty screwed there, but it was a good tough competition and a lot of interesting startups there. So there are a couple of recognition that we get from that we know that we are on the right track. That's very important for any startup to know that
I think
recognition and
I can safely schedule another interaction on negotiation since you bring Shark Tank up, so we can line up another half an hour episode on that.
Oh yeah, that would be interesting.
Right. Help us visualize, when a car is moving, how does this pre-crash system, the sixth sense, kick in at what stage? And is it more reliant on the LiDAR system or the radar system? What exactly is it?
So just to answer this question in a better way, I would like to go a little more into the technicalities of autonomous vehicle. So there are basically three main sensors that help in running of an autonomous vehicle. It's radar, LiDAR, and camera.
Right.
And each and every sensor has its own advantages as well as disadvantages. And that is why use of two sensors, feature of two sensors, is a very powerful autonomous vehicle. So all three is the perfect thing, but obviously the cost is also very important, right? So for Indian road conditions, I feel that the radar is one of the most preferential sensor. Camera is also really good, I would say. But you need to have a really good AI for the camera to work very well. Really good hardware also, camera sensors for that. So how it works when you go behind a vehicle or you're about to collide with a vehicle, the entire algorithm works upon the time to collision, and depending upon the speed of the obstacle also, it's a relative velocity that works. And that is why it is an intelligent system. Otherwise, it works just like a reverse parking sensor.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very nuisance for the end user.
Right. So how much of a manual intervention have been able to negate? How much of the system is on its own, and how much manual intervention is needed? Because even when we talk about autonomous, it is more semi-autonomous than completely autonomous these days.
No, this is definitely what I'm talking about. It's only level 2 of autonomous.
Right.
Like complete is obviously level 5, but we're only looking at level 2 here. Level 3 is also the side where we have to really take control of the steering wheel. And you would need probably all the three sensors in order to control the steering wheel.
Right. How have the new government norms around safety regulations pushed you in the right direction or given you kind of a roadmap that you can follow? Because without these regulations, it's very difficult to know which way to go.
Correct. So government regulations has helped in easing out the frequency of radar of 77 gigahertz. That's one good thing. The other good thing is that the government themselves is planning to make this system mandatory in the few coming years.
Right.
So that's one good thing. So government is working towards it. So jump from BS4 to BS6 is also a good thing, right? So you know that the government is taking initiatives. It's really forward thinking in this matter. Like collision ABS, so actually called advanced emergency braking system, has become mandatory in Europe, right?
Right.
So we are not that far behind. It might be mandatory in a few segment of vehicles in the coming few years. That's what the government is doing good.
Right. Keeping aside the damage or the reversal done by the pandemic, in a very ideal world, keeping an optimistic view, healthy skepticism, how soon do you see the tipping point coming in for these pre-crash systems? What could be the next big jump? Like we are at 5%. When do you expect to reach a 10%? Setting aside all the negative aspects in an ideal scenario.
So in an ideal scenario, I think the big jump definitely when it starts getting into the passenger segment, and I would say it won't be not more than a year and a half where the OEMs will come out with such product. Even if one OEM comes to this market with fully fitted ADAS system, I would say it will be not more than 3 to 4 years that all OEMs will offer such a product.
Right. We'll end on that optimistic note. Thank you so much for joining us, Paritosh. And I wish you all
Thank you,
all the
Ashish.
best. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Sorry, the voice. I think I don't know what was the issue.
The side effects of going live. So in the digital space, I think that much is allowed. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashish. It was nice chatting.
Thank you.